Welcome back to Investing Talk Podcast. Today, we're going to be looking at Baird Medical Investment Holdings.
Okay.
They trade under BDMD on the Nasdaq,
All right.
and they're making some noise in the medical device world,
Okay.
specifically with their microwave ablation technology.
Interesting.
So some of you might be wondering, like, what exactly is that?
Yeah.
What is microwave ablation?
Right.
Well, it's a minimally invasive procedure that doctors can use to target and eliminate cancerous tumors with heat.
Wow.
So pretty amazing stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it's a real game changer in the medical field.
Yeah.
And what's really interesting is the company's recent stock performance.
Okay.
On January 17th, Baird Medical's stock price jumped up
Oh, wow.
a whopping 63%,
Really?
closing at $8.85.
That's incredible.
So the question on everyone's mind is, what fueled this surge?
Right.
Was it just temporary hype, or is something bigger at play here?
Yeah, and one possible clue to that, I think, might be their recent appearance
Okay.
at the J.P. Morgan Healthcare Conference in San Francisco.
Oh, right.
And this is a big deal, right? This isn't just any conference.
No, not at all.
This is where major players in the healthcare industry converge.
Right.
You've got innovative companies like Baird Medical,
Yeah,
big-time investors,
Yeah.
and industry leaders.
absolutely. It's like the Super Bowl of healthcare investing.
Yeah,
And for Baird Medical, simply being there
yeah,
sends a powerful signal
for sure.
that they are serious about attracting attention,
Yeah.
securing funding for their next stage of growth.
Right.
But, they didn't just show up and shake hands. They took a proactive approach. I think that's worth noting.
Yeah, I agree. And just a few days before the conference, actually, Baird Medical sponsored an advanced microwave ablation training session
Okay.
down in New Orleans.
Interesting.
Now, why would they, invest in training physicians on their technology?
Well, it's actually a very strategic move. By training more physicians, they're essentially cultivating a larger pool
Okay.
of potential users for their technology.
Right.
And this could give Baird a competitive edge
Right.
and ultimately lead to wider adoption and, of course, increased revenue.
Yeah,
It's all about playing the long game.
I like it.
Yeah.
And speaking of strategic moves, they didn't stop there.
Oh,
Baird Medical also had a presence
okay.
at the 4th Sichuan Medical Association Thyroid Disease Academic Conference.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
It is.
Yeah.
It was in China.
Interesting.
And they showcased their microwave ablation technology specifically for thyroid treatments.
Now, that's interesting because it speaks to Baird's global ambitions,
Right.
specifically targeting the massive and rapidly growing Chinese healthcare market.
It's huge.
It is. And by making inroads there,
Yeah.
they're positioning themselves for potentially significant long-term growth. It's a bold move.
Yeah.
And it'll be fascinating to see how it plays out.
For sure. So we've got this company making strategic moves, in
Yeah.
both training and global expansion.
Right.
But let's not forget about their recent stock performance.
Of course not. That 63.28% jump
Incredible.
on January 17th was impressive.
It really was.
But what's even more intriguing
Okay.
is the sheer volume of trading that day.
Right.
Over 18 million shares,
Wow.
which is significantly higher than their average volume.
What do you make of that?
It definitely suggests a heightened level of investor interest,
Okay.
perhaps fueled by their recent activities
Right.
and conference appearances.
Yeah.
But to get a clearer picture, I think we need to look at the technical analysis.
Okay, let's break it down.
Okay.
Right now, Baird Medical stock is trading above
Okay.
its 20-day, 50-day, and 200-day moving averages.
Okay.
Now, for those who might not be familiar with these terms, they're essentially trend lines
Right.
that technical analysts use to kind of gauge the momentum of a stock.
Right.
And in Baird's case, being above all three
Yeah.
is generally considered a bullish signal.
You're right. It suggests the stock has strong upward momentum
Yeah,
across different time frames.
that's great.
It is, but it's important to remember that technical analysis is
Yeah.
just one piece of the puzzle.
Sure.
With such a dramatic price increase.
Yeah.
Are there any indicators
Right.
suggesting that the stock might be overheating?
Well, the Relative Strength Index, our RSI,
Right.
currently sits at 55.97,
Okay.
which is in a kind of neutral zone.
So the RSI suggests a level of stability.
Yeah.
Despite the recent volatility.
Interesting.
Which is interesting. It means the stock isn't considered overbought nor oversold right now.
Got it.
Implying there might be room for further growth.
That's good news for investors.
It is, but hold on. Because the mass CD indicator is painting a slightly different picture.
Right.
It's currently flashing a sell signal.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so for our listeners who might not know, what is that?
So the mass CD, or moving average convergence divergence, it's a momentum indicator.
Got it.
That helps traders spot potential shifts in a stock's trend. And a sell signal suggests the stock's momentum might be slowing down.
Oh, okay.
Which could lead to a price drop.
All right, so we've got mixed signals here.
A little bit, yeah.
We've got some positive, some not so positive.
Exactly.
What should investors, how should they be thinking about this?
Well, I think the takeaway here is that, while the overall technical picture looks promising, we need to be mindful of these mixed signals.
For sure. It's a reminder that investing is rarely straightforward.
Right.
Careful consideration is key.
Absolutely.
Now, while Baird Medical's recent surge is exciting, we can't just rely solely on stock performance.
Of course not.
So let's shift gears now and take a look at their financial health.
Right.
How do their financials stack up?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
In the first half of 2024, Baird Medical reported some solid numbers.
Okay, like what?
Their total revenues climbed by 13.8%, reaching $13.1 million. They also reported a trailing 12 months net income of $12.5 million.
Right.
With earnings per share of 43 cents.
Okay, so those are some pretty healthy numbers.
They are. These figures suggest that they're on a solid growth trajectory, and they are generating healthy profits.
That's good. That's what we like to see.
Absolutely.
But you know what really caught my eye was their price-to-earnings ratio.
Oh, the PE ratio.
Yeah, Baird's currently sits at 12.71.
Okay.
Now, just to put that into perspective, the PE ratio tells us how much investors are willing to pay for every dollar of a company's earnings.
Right.
So a lower PE ratio, especially compared to the industry average,
right,
can sometimes indicate that a stock might be undervalued.
It can.
And in Baird's case, their PE ratio is noticeably lower than the broader medical device industry.
Interesting.
Which could be a signal to, value-conscious investors.
For sure. Something to consider.
Yeah, definitely something to keep an eye on.
Absolutely.
Now, before we wrap up this part of our discussion on Baird Medical, I think it's important to kind of zoom out.
Right.
Look at the bigger picture.
The big picture, yeah.
Right, because the medical device industry is constantly evolving.
Always changing.
So what are some of the key trends shaping this landscape right now?
That's a crucial point.
Yeah.
Because understanding the broader industry context helps us assess a company's potential for long-term success.
Right.
One of the most significant trends we're seeing is the increasing role of artificial intelligence, particularly in diagnostics and imaging.
Right.
This has the potential to revolutionize how diseases are detected and treated.
That's incredible.
It is.
And what about personalized medicine? Seems like everyone's talking about that these days.
Yes, personalized medicine is another major trend.
Okay.
Focusing on tailoring treatments to individual patients based on their genetic makeup and other factors.
Interesting.
Then there's the rise of digital health. With technologies like wearable sensors and telehealth platforms.
Right.
Transforming healthcare delivery.
It's amazing how technology is really changing the world.
It really is.
Yeah. And then, of course, we can't forget about the impact of regulatory changes and global events.
Yes.
Like the ongoing U.S.-China trade tensions.
Absolutely. All of these factors play a role in shaping the opportunities and challenges for companies like Baird Medical.
Absolutely. So we've got this fascinating mix of internal factors. It's like Baird Medical's technology, their strategic moves, their financial health.
Right.
But then we also have these powerful external forces shaping the entire medical device landscape.
It's like trying to solve a multidimensional puzzle.
It really is. But don't worry, we'll continue to unpack all of this in the next part of our discussion.
We will. It is a complex landscape, but that's what makes investing so challenging.
Right.
And rewarding,
For sure.
So let's try to piece together this puzzle and see what we can learn about Baird Medical's investment potential.
Right. Sounds good. So we've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
Where should investors kind of focus their attention when evaluating Baird Medical?
Well, I think first and foremost,
yeah,
we need to consider their growth potential.
Okay.
They're operating in the minimally invasive procedures market, which is experiencing substantial growth.
Right.
This trend is driven by the increasing demand for less invasive treatments with faster recovery times.
Makes sense.
And Baird's microwave ablation technology aligns perfectly with that demand.
It seems like they're really carving out a strong market position, too.
They are.
We saw their revenue growth.
Yeah.
And profitability in the first half of 2024.
Absolutely. Their financial performance definitely suggests they are gaining traction in the market.
Remember their low price to earnings ratio.
Right.
That kind of hints that the market might not fully appreciate their potential just yet.
It could be, yeah.
But let's be realistic. We can't talk about Baird Medical
without
acknowledging, the elephant in the room.
The volatility.
The volatility, exactly.
Yeah.
Their stock has seen some pretty dramatic swings, right?
It has.
In the past year.
Yeah.
With a 52-week range. From a low of 105 to a high of 1352.
That's a roller coaster ride for sure.
That's a huge swing.
It is. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Volatility is an inherent part of investing, especially when dealing with companies in high growth sectors like medical devices.
Exactly.
Baird's recent surge, while exciting, also serves as a reminder that corrections can and do happen.
Right.
Investors need to be prepared for those potential ups and downs.
Absolutely. So we've got this mix of positive signs.
Yeah.
Growth, potential, strong market position, potentially undervalued.
Yeah.
But also the undeniable risk of volatility.
Exactly. It's a classic risk-reward scenario.
It is. It is. So investing is all about, carefully weighing those potential rewards against the potential risks.
There's no crystal ball.
Nope.
No one can predict the future with absolute certainty.
That's right. So for our listeners who are intrigued by Baird Medical, but also a bit cautious, given the volatility, what key takeaways should they be keeping in mind?
I'd say Baird Medical is a company worth watching closely. They offer a compelling blend of exciting potential and inherent risk.
Right.
It's crucial for investors to do their own thorough research, understand the company's fundamentals, and most importantly, assess their own risk tolerance before making any investment decisions.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
And remember, everyone, we're here to help you navigate the world of investing.
Absolutely.
To empower you with the knowledge and insights to make informed decisions.
That's our goal.
So we encourage you to engage with us.
Yes.
Share your thoughts. Ask questions.
Let's keep this conversation going.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up our discussion on Baird Medical today,
all right,
let's leave our listeners with a thought-provoking question.
I like it.
Will this recent surge transform into a sustained upward trend?
Okay.
Or is a correction looming on the horizon?
It's a question worth pondering.
It is. It is.
Investing is a lot like trying to predict the weather, Right. You can analyze all the data.
Yeah.
Look for patterns. But there's always an element of unpredictability.
Always.
And that's what makes the market so dynamic.
For sure.
And frankly, so fascinating.
It certainly does keep things interesting.
It does.
So to our listeners out there, what are your thoughts on Baird Medical?
Yeah, we want to know.
Do you see them as a bullish bet? Or are you approaching with a little more caution?
Right.
We'd love to hear your perspective.
Absolutely. Share your insights in the comments below.
Yeah, let us know what you think.
And let's keep this conversation going.
And while you're at it,
don't
forget to subscribe to Investing Talk Podcast.
That's right.
And share it with anyone who's interested in, exploring exciting investment opportunities.
Absolutely.
Remember, knowledge is power.
It is.
We're here to empower you on your investment journey.
Until next time.
Happy investing, everyone.